plants, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Wow. So let me just get to the first thing as soon as possible. I live in Connecticut. I'm a New Yorker and I've lived in Connecticut for 3 years. I miss home. So any chance I get to make my space feel like home, I will make an effort. So these are simple things that we can definitely do that can make your home feel a little bit more cozy, make you feel comfortable, make you wake up every day and feel happy to be in your space. All of this is very much so objective. Everyone has their preferences and what they like to see in their homes and what they like to, experience when it comes to their space. These are my top 5 things that make my apartment feel like home. First one is refurbishing items that you had before. So if you move and you have a dresser, some nightstands, or any object that is easily to transform and refurbish, I would definitely say try to reuse those items if they're still in good condition. If they're hand-me-downs, heirlooms, things that have great quality, solid wood items, refurbish your items. Make them like new, keep them as this, put them in your house. When you have things that have been passed down, you are more able to pass down those items to your children and they have something unique, something that has some type of sentimental value. And I think that's really important. I had this dresser for it's older than me, but I had it for about 15 years because it was in my old room when I was living in New York. And it was a solid wood, heavy piece of furniture. When it came time for me to move, I just really didn't want to get rid of it because it was so good. And I felt like it had so much like good qualities about it, and I, tried to think of ways to maybe revamp it a little bit. And I did, I bought a bucket of paint. I don't remember what it's called, but if I could even figure out what color paint that is, I would somehow let you guys know. I got a bucket of paint. I searched for hardware and I used the hardware that already came with the dresser. And all I did was just spray paint old, redo the hardware that was kind of broken off. And I literally went to a store like Marshall's. Sometimes Marshall's has some knobs, like little decorative pieces where you can like DIY your things. I lucked out and I found something that was very suitable for me. So I went for it. I also have another dresser that I literally found on the side of the road. Someone in my neighborhood was getting rid of it and I just could not let them throw away that piece of furniture. So I took it with me. And again, I revamped it and made a beautiful piece out of it. I painted it. I spray painted the hardware. And I might be due for another coat of spray paint because it's, getting kind of old from the use. But, it's so beautiful to me. I think it works in my room right now. It goes with the style of the house. They are definitely older pieces. I wouldn't say that they're antique. I'm not really sure. They are older pieces, probably older than me, if not the same age as me. The second thing that makes your apartment feel like a home is plants. Plants are so beneficial to your environment. They are so beautiful. They bring the outside in and they become your little babies when you have them. So I love my plants. They are my babies and I'm so proud of them, how far they've come. I think my oldest plant is about 13 years old now. Wow. Plants are always beneficial to a space. You can use plants for architectural purposes. You can use plants for medicinal purposes, or you can use plants to just care for them and to help them thrive and grow in your environment. The next thing I feel like will make your house a home is decorating ways that you remember from a childhood. My mother used to have like beautiful porcelain chinoiserie, and they were blue and white, and I always loved it. I inherited some of her pieces, and I also added to my collection. Her style, a lot different than me, but I recall and have a nostalgic, sentimental feeling to the things that I see, and reminds me of her and how we used to live. So I get to one day pass it down to my daughter. I think that's wonderful. Feels like home. The next thing I say that makes your apartment feel like a home is having paintings, special paintings, passed down paintings, even paintings that you thrift, photos, images. I'm not really big on family photos, and I have a special photo album where I do put all of my photos that I do print. I mean, a lot of things live in my phone, but I try to make a conscious effort to actually print out these photos and have a designated place where I can look at these beautiful pictures and, reminisce and look back on things. Having paintings in your home shows personality. It also shows that you take your time to, decorate, and you appreciate the finer things in life. I just feel like paintings are a given. Like, you have to have some type of artwork, photographs in frames. You can go to any thrift store and you can find beautiful frames for a fraction of the price, next to nothing. Beautiful ornate frames, modern frames, wood frames. A good idea to mix those up to create dual contrast in your house. And you know what? It just makes it more elevated. It makes your space look more put together, and it looks like you have high quality items. Next thing I feel like will make your house a home is having a fireplace in your house. This apartment does have a fireplace. It is a marble fireplace, kind of the main reasons why I wanted this place. When I saw those pictures, I said, "Oh yeah." But the crazy thing is that when I saw the pictures, it was crappy photos of this apartment. They literally only took a picture of the fireplace. Long story short, I didn't really see any other photos of the house, and I kind of went in there blind, just knowing that there was this beautiful fireplace there. And to my surprise, I came into something that had a lot of potential. I would just say, if you're ever looking for an apartment, usually the ones that don't have like the greatest pictures are the ones that you probably will get like a surprise, like of like maybe the size, or maybe like it's actually a nice apartment. And I think that that's a cool thing. But I mean, just put some nice pictures up. Fireplace is not functional. I wish it was, but I could imagine how much work and how much money it would be to get it working again. And I think during renovations of this particular apartment, they kind of got rid of like those types of features and just kept the cosmetic things, which is okay, because for the holidays, I do decorate and I do make it look really pretty and special. That's one of my favorite things about this apartment, and it makes my house feel like a home. 5, to making your apartment feel like a home is a comfy couch or somewhere comfortable to sit. It has to be cozy and comfortable. You need to decorate it with pillows. It has to be a place where you can just fall when your knees are tired. That is what makes your apartment feel like a home. And that, to me, are the 5 ways to make your apartment feel like a cozy home. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe. And I thank you so much for joining me today. That is all I got for you. Bye.